King Narab was the ruler of a great kingdom near the ocean, which was always bountiful with fish. The ocean's high tide brought fish to the shore in every time of day except for the morning. King Narab had all the food for his kingdom he could ever have dreamed but he wanted more. He wanted all the fish in the land to come to his kingdom only. So he spoke to his two most trusted advisors, Yam and Nek. Yam suggested that they should send fishermen out farther with nets, but Nek cut in and said that there was a way Nek can trick the gods into making it always a high tide. He suggested that they spark a fight between Poseidon, god of the sea, and Artemis, goddess of the moon, because if Artemis overpowered the sea god, she would control the tides. He always prayed to Artemis, so he knew she would grant him his wish for fish. After many days of planning, King Narab and his advisors went to the temple of Artemis. Once they reached the shrine, the king told Artemis that Hermes told him that Poseidon wants to control all the tides and times of the day. Artemis had heard him very clearly and got furious at Poseidon. Artemis didn't want him to control the tides, and Poseidon didn't want to be accused of such nonsense. The two gods feuded for many months, and while they fought, no one was there to control the tides, so there were none. No fish washed up on shore, and the stockpile of food was running out. The kingdom was near dire famine.
We need some food! I'm so hungry!
When the king finally had enough, Artemis, he called, I created the controversy. Please just stop feuding and start creating tides again, he croaked. Artemis and Poseidon both heard him and were so enraged at him that they stopped fighting with one another. Only after they struck the king and his advisors with several years of drought, famine, and illness, Artemis and Poseidon both agreed to have high tides in the morning and low in the afternoon. After all was said and done, King Narab finally learned his lesson and prayed to both gods for forgiveness.